All right, guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay. So today I'm going to be talking about the OnePlus Nord N30. Now, this is a device that I've had now for about 5 days, and my experience with it is what I expected. So this device is a sequel or a next version or next step forward from the N20, and I have the N20, and my benchmarks are from the N20. And my thoughts about using this device are from the N20. So I've had the N20 since launch, and what I found is moving to the 30 is not that big of a difference in performance. I think you should set your expectations as such. If you have the 20, you're pretty much buying a hardware upgrade in some areas. Like the cameras are a little different. You get a different screen, you get a little bit bigger battery, you get more RAM, things like that. That's the way you should probably look at this. And then you'll be able to gauge whether or not you actually should upgrade. Now, as a person who has both devices, I'm going to tell you, I definitely like the hardware on the N20 better than this hardware after using this for a while. This is how glossy and shiny it is. This looks cool, but in reality, it is a mess if I don't wear a case. And if you don't know, lately I've been not wearing a case. Pretty much all the phones I now take it out, I just don't wear a case. I don't feel the need to wear a case anymore. Will be wearing a case on my Fold, Google Pixel Fold, once I show you the content on that. But probably won't wear a case outside as much as I used to. So I carry phones out, and I don't typically wear a case out anymore. And so with this device, I find myself frequently just cleaning it, getting down there just to clean it. And it's like, whoa, it's solid hardware, but I'm getting annoyed with all the fingerprints. So I wish they would give an option for a gray, silver, just some other colors that'll make it a little bit more appealing to the eye after it's been used for a certain amount of time throughout the day. So other than that, the hardware on this thing is actually really good. Like I said, I still prefer the matte feel and look of the N20, but the hardware on here is actually nice. It's just too glossy for my taste. But that doesn't mean it's a catch and release just yet. So, but going on to hardware. So as I stated initially, you're pretty much buying a small incremental hardware upgrade if you get this device. Now, the huge plus is, let me go ahead and plug this right now. There's a link in the description. Grab it there because it's $199 if you activate it on any of the 4 major carriers. So it's still an unlocked device. I do this all the time too, folks. I'll buy from Best Buy, activate my service with the carrier of my choice, get the discounted price, and then you can freely use it wherever you want. I got that directly from a Best Buy associate. He said, a lot of people think they have to stay with the device on the carrier, but you don't. Like if you buy this device through your carrier, through us, it's just an upgrade. You're paying in full. There's no monthly. Well, I pay in full. I think there's an option to pay monthly. I've never done it that way though, because the discounts are so good. So I just pay it off, get it out of the way, and I have an unlocked device that I can freely use in any carrier I want. And right now, my carrier of choice is Visible Wireless. That is who my main service is with now. I do have other providers, but Visible has been so great to me as far as service goes. And also, there's a link down below. I still have a few slots left where you can get service for $5. Now, just to be clear, Visible isn't sponsoring me. I'm paying for the service. You can get service for $5 for your first month. Try it out. And then, if you don't like it, you only spent $5 for cell phone service. So I personally end up staying with Visible because I think Visible service is just phenomenal in comparison. And this phone does work with Visible Wireless, if you're wondering. So use the link down below and grab this for $199. I think you'll be happy with it overall. Even at $299, it's still a solid purchase. But for what you're getting from the 20 to the 30, it's not that big of a jump, if I'm being honest. And a lot of people probably don't have the 20 because the 20 didn't hit as an unlocked device initially at first. I think it was on T-Mobile, and that's the way I had to buy it because at the time I couldn't find an unlocked version. So I had to buy the fully T-Mobile version. The bloatware is on there, but still I can use that device however I want. But I feel like the 30 is definitely a nice addition to the lineup, but I just wanted to set some expectations for people that might think, hey, this is a major upgrade from the 20. And it's a minor upgrade, a subtle upgrade. You get look at the spec sheet is where you'll find your upgrade. And then when you look at it physically, you'll find somewhat of an upgrade. But performance, folks, is pretty much the same. It's a speedy device. The Snapdragon 695, for the techies out there, the Snapdragon 695 is actually pretty good. I mean, it was good in the N20 and it's good in the 30. So I don't know why a person would dislike the performance on this if they have the 20. But performance also comes down to the applications that you're putting on your device. So always remember that. Just because I'm telling you it's a solid performer, remember, I might have 100 apps on my device and some of you guys might have 500 apps. So anything can bog down. So if you bog it down and try to run a game for 7 hours, obviously you're going to burn through some battery. It's probably going to feel a little sluggish. But overall, I've been having a great experience with this. It's just the hardware is not to my taste after having it for about 5 days. But that doesn't mean that's a bad thing. I'm going to solve that by doing a skin, or I'm going to do a case, and I will follow up with videos on that. But I want to give you a 5-day follow-up. There's not much to it, man. This is actually a pretty solid device. And what more could I say about it at this point? It's only been 5 days and I'm using it alongside of the 20. That's what I've been doing, and alongside other devices that are much more powerful. And for the way I'm using it, I don't see much difference in performance across the board. Just doing social media, really. A few phone calls done. Call reception is good. You shouldn't have any problem with signal. I used it on T-Mobile and I used it on Visible. Flawless service. No, the phone has good signal. Everything's good. I went out and about in the house, did some speed tests. Everything is great with it. That's the truth about it so far after 5 days. So at this point, I still can recommend it. I just want to set the expectation for people who actually have the 20. And remember, with the 20, you're giving up an AMOLED display at 60 hertz and you're moving to an IPS display LCD at 120 hertz. So bear that in mind. The blacks are really deep on here, but they're never going to be as black and deep as the AMOLED display on the N20. In my testing, it just appears at the naked eye. I can try to show you on video, but it's just never going to be that way. So take my word for it. The N20, if you like deep blacks, if you like it really deep, you can go with the N20. But if you're okay with going to 120 hertz and the blacks are somewhat black and somewhat deep, this is going to be great for you. And you get a bigger display, 6.72 inches versus the 6.43 inches over there. So either way, I like the device. It's still in rotation. I'm comparing it that way to gauge some kind of argument of why you should and shouldn't upgrade. And stay tuned for that video too. It's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.